Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Rebecca and I upload weekly videos talking about planning, organization, functionality, and the occasional homeschool video. So if that is something that interests you, please consider subscribing and turning on your notifications so you do not miss out on my next video. And for today's video, it's actually been a video that I've been wanting to film for a couple of weeks now, but the boys were sick and then I had a small finger injury, so I pushed it back a little bit, which I am happy that I did because I was going to share with you my 2021 Wonderland 222 planner and how I use it. But I just received my 2022 planner and I am excited to also share with you a couple of the differences and just show you the plain notebook without any stickers, any writing, any of my covers. So then that way, if you are looking to get a book-bound planner, you can make an informed decision. Okay, so let's get started. I discovered Wonderland 222 back in April, and I have been using the B6 Wonderland planner since May. And if you follow me on Instagram, you will see that I am in love with this notebook. I do share my after the pens there. So I have made a mental note and a sticky note to also share with you here on YouTube the photos, because the reason why I don't do a full-on flip of my planners, so this is my Wonderland, the one that I'm currently using, and the reason why I don't do a full-on flip is because I have really just started using my planner for myself. And what I mean by that is that, you know, before I would kind of write out things in a way that would be Instagram accepted. So it just becomes a little bit tedious and I'm like, forget it. I'm just going to write things as they are. And if I do decide to share an after the pen spread, I will just blur it out because some of the things are private. And I will start sharing those same photos here on YouTube because I know that there's a lot of you who do not have Instagram. So I still want you to be able to see my after the pens and get inspiration from those spreads. So make sure to check out the photos. I believe that you can see them under the community tab. I am still new with that tab and I will start posting them there. I will back post a couple of things that I won't be able to show you here because they have personal information, but I have shared them over on Instagram and I have blurred things out. So make sure to check out that that section of my channel once this video is over so you can see the after the pen of those spreads. Okay, so enough talking. Let's get into this planner. So the Wonderland 222, this is the one for 2022. It is a company based out of Washington State, and it is a US based company. So the planner is in English, obviously, and it is a small business run by a couple, and that is one of the main reasons why I really like supporting this company. Now, this video is not sponsored by them and I am not an affiliate. I am not on their PR team. I am just someone who truly loves their products and loves their customer service. So that is why I support this business and I share it with you. So the outside of the planner, it is a soft bound, book bound planner. It is soft, but you know, it is sturdy enough that if you wish to just use it like this without a cover, you may do so. They do sell the covers, the vinyl clear covers, and even though I do use mine in a leather cover, as you see here, I do like to just have them with the vinyl cover just for extra protection. So then when you open it up, it is a white cardstock, which I love. So I'm gonna walk you through quickly just the setup of the planner, and as I'm doing that, I will I will bring in my own planner and show you how I'm using those sections. So hopefully you can get some ideas if you are looking to use this planner as well. So like I was saying, the outside, it is a sturdy, flexible cardstock cover. I did purchase for 2022, I purchased also the notebook. So they do have, right now they have weekly planners, undated planners, and they have notebooks in 2 sizes. So they have it in 368 pages and then 192 pages, which is the one that I have. That's another reason why I really love these planners, is because they're so slim. And the reason why they're slim is because they use the Tomoe River paper, which is a very, very thin paper. And I love it. So I was a little bit apprehensive about trying this paper just because I'm so used to the regular printer paper. But I have to say that I love it. I use this pen. So this is the Papery Planning pen. I will link it below because it doesn't have a name. I am currently in the Papery Planning PR team, so I will also link my code so you can get it with a discount. I have used this pen, the Signo Uniball pen, but I personally prefer this one. And then to highlight, I highlight using my Tombow N89. And I have found that if I write my things in the morning, I can go ahead and highlight it at noon if I've gotten them done, and it won't smear. So I really love that. But if you are more into the paper and what pens to use, I will copy in the description below a conversation that I had with the owner, where she shares with me the pens that she has tried and tested in this paper, so you can check that out as well. Okay, so then when it comes to colors, they recently released a few new colors for their 2022 notebooks and planners. So they have a beautiful First Light, which is a taupe color. They have a purple color, and they have a Twilight Forest, which is their green color. Those are only available in the notebooks. And then the planners come in the same colors that were offered last year, which are the black, which is the midnight sky. New Dawn is the pink. And I can't remember the name of the other one, the green one, but I will link their shop below so you can actually check out all the information there. Their website is pretty user-friendly, so you can go on in and click on all the colors and see them for yourself. And then sizes. So that is a reason why, another reason why I chose the Wonderland planner is for the sizes. So I use the B6 notebook and planner, but they do have A5, and they also just came out with an A6 planner. So if you love that size, I highly recommend you check them out because that is one of their new products. Okay, so let me start showing you the inside of the planner, and then as I flip through it, we can chat a little bit more about like the specifics of the planner itself. Okay, so like I said, this is the B6 planner. I do have it in a leather cover. I use 3 different covers. So this one is a cover from Giglio, and it is the Croco Black Matte. It is their B6 Appunto. I like to switch out my covers, so I also have the Stardust leather cover by VDS. This is a custom. So this one specifically, it is a personal sized D-ring VDS, and it has been the measurements have been changed a little bit. I do have all that information, so I'm gonna link it below so you can have the exact information of that if you're interested. I do prefer, honestly, for the Wonderland, the VDS measurements, because as you can see, it is a little bit smaller, so it hugs the planner better, but I don't mind the Giglio leather at all, the Giglio Appunto covers. And then I also have the Epoca Lotus, which is their pink cover, and those are the 3 covers that I alternate. And the reason why I do that is because I like to alternate my planner covers like I do my purses. So that is a reason why I'm really gravitating towards the book bound, because even though I may switch these out on a weekly basis if I want to, the guts will always be the same. Okay, so let's start looking at the inside. Okay, so when you open it up, like I said, like I showed you before, you get white, which I love. This is how I have mine set up. So I have a picture of my family, and then I just tuck in to the side pockets the stickers that I'm using. I have an ollie clip for any cards or receipts that I need to clip on. I do take this one out with me. I've been using it for a week as my one and only planner, and I have absolutely loved it. So I will make sure I have in my list of videos to do how I went from having a couple of planners to just one. So I will share some tips with you on that if you're interested. And then here I just have an AM routine and a PM routine. I have not filled them out. They just serve to me as a reminder to really be intentional with those 2 times of day, because I have found that if I stick to my AM routine, my day just goes so smoothly. And as far as PM routine, it's more for the boys. If I am very, intentional with their PM routine, everything just, goes smoothly and the day ends well. And then I have here some stickers from Papery Planning and some stickers from Paper Panda. Okay, so then you open it up and you have Wonderland 222, the logo, a planner 2022. So they have changed a couple of things. They've changed the placement of the logo, which I love. So the previous one, the logo was here. So now it's in the bottom corner. They have left a couple of things the same. So they still have the key and the index section. For 2021, I really didn't utilize these sections, and I think that starting the new planner, it does start in November, so when I started in November, I will be more intentional in setting up these pages, because I started the planner in May and I was just playing around with it to see if I was gonna like it. So I didn't think that I was gonna like it as much as I do. So I will be more intentional with the index. This index, you can use it to mark the pages from the notes or daily section, because this planner is all numbered. So if you have any important notes that you need to refer to quickly, you can just index them here. That is how I'm gonna use it for 2022, but I have not utilized my index section. Okay, so next, let's see, it's the same. Next, we have the 4-year layout at a glance, and I have just been marking it off like this. So just with a cute little sticker, when the month has passed, I need to add July, and I think that that's how I'm gonna continue using it. I might just mark, birthdays with a little sticker, but I really don't reference to this page all that much, so I might not do much with it. Then we get to the yearly calendar section. So this is a B6 size planner. So the space between here, it's very small. Here, let me measure it for you. I do get a lot of questions about measurements. So here you go. That's the measurement. So it is very small. So I have not really been using it for birthdays or appointments or stuff like that. I did try it out the first half of the month, the year, I'm sorry, to track my fitness, and I would just highlight with my Tombow the days that I've exercised and things like that. But then I decided that the way that I want to set up my planner is to kind of flow with my daily routine. So the first thing that I do is when I wake up and I'm drinking my coffee, I open up my Bible and I do my Bible reading and my journaling. So I thought that it only made sense if I would write down my Bible reading plan, and that's what I started doing in July, and it works out really, really good. So I write everything down because the church that I attend, they do share with us this on a 3-month basis, like the reading plan. So I am able to just copy it out, and then if I am able to do that reading, I just mark it with a sticker. And that's how I'm gonna be using this layout in 2022. So this will be my Bible reading plan, and here at the bottom, I will write down any personal development books, and if they are homeschool books or if they are for my Bible study, because I also do a Bible study online, so I want to keep note of the books that we have read. So that is how I'm going to use that section. Then you get into the quarterly calendar section. So it has first quarter, second quarter, and third and fourth. So I did play around with this section a little bit because I wasn't sure how I was going to use it. And I started off doing the same thing because I was doing health at the beginning and then my faith, but I decided to swap it because for me, first comes God and then everything else. So I did faith and then health. So you will see how I started using it. And I played around with this section here in July, and I did mark off the days that I worked out, and I have a little key here and just any important like health related notes for myself or my family. And then here in August, I started doing the same thing. So I will just put stickers down for the days that I've worked out and any important health notes or things that I want to track. And that is how I'm gonna use for 2022 this layout. So like I mentioned before, I did play around with a couple of things for in the 2021 planner because I wanted to make sure that if I liked it, it kind of was consistent and I just had a clear plan of how I was going to use this planner going forward. You can see a few differences. Here, September, they had the month here, but for the 2022 version, they don't. So I'm gonna try and point out a couple of the differences, but you might be able to just spot them on your own. One of the biggest differences that I absolutely love are these ribbons. So it does all the books and the notebooks as well. Here's the notebook. They come with 2 ribbons in gray, like a dark gray, and then gold. So I love that because right now I've been marking certain sections that I wanna get to quickly with sticky tabs or page flags, and then the covers that I use, the 2 Gilios, do have little ribbons, but my VDS didn't. So I am loving that they've included these ribbons in the 2022 version. Okay, so this is one of my favorite sections, and I reference this all the time, and these are the trackers. So it has the planner starts the weekly layout, the monthly layout, the trackers start in November. The quarterly starts in January, and the yearly starts in January. So that is something that at first threw me off, but personally, I would have loved to have just the whole thing start in November, but I can work with this one just for those trackers. I do use them in the morning, so it's not gonna be a big deal. But if I had to make a recommendation for next year for the 2023 is that all the different sections of the planner do start on the same month. So I have no problem with it starting in November. I would just want for everything to start in November. But anyways, so now we get into the routine trackers. So this is what you get, and it's the month, little check boxes here, all the days and the weeks, and the weekends are shaded. So it's the same thing for last year. The only difference is that here they had November 2022, so they had the month twice, but here they don't, which I love. Okay, so let me show you how I've been using this section. I started using it like this. So I was testing out pens also to see, markers to see if I could like switch from my loved N89, but I couldn't. As much as I love pink, I couldn't keep going, so I did this. I've never been a monthly tracker, so I did have a hard time just making it a habit at the beginning. I've always been more of a weekly tracker. But then the second month, I think I did pretty well. And then this is the third month, we're getting better. And now we are in August, which I think I'm doing pretty good. The only thing I will change is now I'm gonna need, because we're gonna start homeschooling, so I'm gonna need this section. Instead of tracking my social media and PR responsibilities, I'm gonna need this section for homeschooling. So I am thinking that I need to move this to a different section. I don't know where yet, but I will keep you guys posted. So this is how I've been using this. I'm gonna keep using it the same way. Instead of writing anything here, which I really didn't need this, so I'm just going to add stickers, and I am trying to keep all the months with the same theme as far as stickers goes. And I have recently found Sterling ink stickers, and she does release them in collections every month, so I think that that's what I'm gonna do moving forward. So this is her collection for August, and I just love how it looks. So that is the routine and project timeline. And it is the same thing here for the 2022 planner. And it goes all the way till December. Now we get into the planner calendar section of the notebook. So it has a notes page, and then it has a November, like a monthly overview. This is what I'm going to share in my, with a photo in the community section of the channel, because I have shared on Instagram how I use this section. I'm not gonna share it here in the video because I would need to cover a lot. So you can just check that out over there. But I started using it first as a brain dump for the month. That didn't work out. Then I started dividing sections, like a goal to track my goals. That didn't work out for me. And I would just, write my faith goals, my personal goals, my homeschool goals, family goals and such. And that didn't work out. And I just ended up using it this past month in July as a recap. And I've used little prompts from Caitlin. I will link her Instagram and her YouTube below, because I have found a lot of inspiration on her channel. So I've just listed out some prompts and answered some questions, and I love it. So that is how I'm going to do that. And then we get into the calendar section. So I have just divided here. I can show you this here. So I have just divided this here with vellum, and as you can see, it is the Sterling ink vellum, so it's the same theme, what I was telling you about. So I just put a vellum here to kind of like divide the months, and I'm gonna continue doing the same thing. And then when it comes to the calendar, what I've been doing is I've been using this column for a running monthly to-do list, which I love, and that's what I'm gonna keep doing. And then I just write down our appointments and things. I do like to write to fill this out at the end, so after the events have passed, because this is gonna be more like an archive for important dates, appointments, events, and things like that. So that is how I've been using that. Now we get into the weekly. I will show you just November because the entire planner is exactly the same. So for the weekly, it is an hourly layout, military time. The color scheme, I had heard people talk that it was different. Yeah, it's a little bit different. So here, I'm gonna show you this layout. So the colors, this is a little bit lighter. On the Facebook group, I had seen that people had asked to please make this box lighter, and they listened. So this is a little bit lighter, and I wanna venture out and say that the color has changed. This is more of a warm taupey color, and this is more of a cool tone, more leaning towards gray, which for me, they're both beautiful. That's another reason why I fell in love with this, because the color of the planner overall, it's very muted, soft. It has no other colors but this. So like I said, the weekly layout, it's a hourly military time layout. It is, my planner is the weekly planner, the dated edition, and they do have an undated. So if you're interested in that, you can check it out. You would just need to write down the dates, but I personally prefer the dated. They've added the major holidays and just any major things. These are for the US. So that's something new that they've added. And this is how I use my layout. So I write down here any all-day events, any priorities or important things. So when I'm looking at my day, this is something that I need to cross off first thing. And then I start planning out my day by the hour. I've always used, and I want to say like 90% of the time I've used a vertical layout, and I absolutely love an hourly layout because that just helps me time block, and my brain works really great that way. So what I've been using it for, I time block my day. I use the gray highlighter to track my boys' screen time and things like that. And then I use a washi tape to just time block my own activities when they're taking up a big portion of the day. I'm gonna keep planning that way. That is something that's worked out really well for me, just kind of like streamlining the way that I use the stickers, the way that I use my planners. So you'll see over on Instagram, I will share a couple of my after the pens for the weekly here on YouTube as well, in that community section. But you will see that my planning from week to week, it's very much the same. I use a couple of minimal functional stickers from Paper Panda. I use also stickers from Papery Planning. I do PR for Paper Panda currently, so I will link that below. But even if I wasn't PRing for these two companies, I would highly recommend them. I also use decorative stickers from Sterling Ink. I just started using these and I love them. These are from Paper Panda and from Paper Minty Studio. So this is another, these are some other stickers from Paper Panda that I use. So talking about stickers quickly, I love these companies for a few reasons. One of them being that I can place my stickers down on this paper and it won't tear up the paper. Like if I am very careful, and obviously if I place them and I don't like go like this, I can like place them in another part without it tearing. So that is a huge bonus for me, because if you know me, you know that I need stickers in my planner. So that is another, you know, reason why I love the Wonderland planner. And then this section here. So this section, I use it for to-dos. And the first couple of to-dos here are things that I want to get done that day. And then I just continue filling out this section as things come up, but not necessarily sticking to the day. You know, so like these things, I put water plants because I needed to water plants this week. I want to, obviously because they're plants, I want to water them on the first half of the week so they don't die, but I want to make sure that at the end, so when we reach Saturday, all of this has been crossed out. So it really doesn't matter what day I do it as long as I do it. And then here, the weekends are stacked which I don't mind. And what I do is just a running to-do list of things that I want to get done on the weekend. And if we have a special event, I will just add a sticker and write down that special event, like a birthday party or dinner or something like that. So that is how I use the weekly. You can see here that I track my dinners at the bottom. And this is the week that my boys were sick and I hurt my finger, so it's pretty empty, but usually my weeks are full. And the B6 size allows me to be able to put everything in. So just check out one of my After the Pens and you'll be able to see how I use that. Okay, so next, let's get into the last part of the planner, which is their notes and their daily section. So I know this video is a little bit longer than most of my videos, so if you need to take a break, you can pause it here and then come back, because we're gonna talk now about the review, so their monthly review and the notes section of this planner. So after each month and after each weekly section, so the planner is divided, you know, it has overview, the month, and it's attached to the week, which I love. So then at the end of each week section, you get a review, which I also love. And I will share my After the Pen of this so you can see how I'm using it. But again, what I'm doing is I'm just answering a few prompts and it's worked out really, really good for me. And I've been able to just journal about the month. So if I just want to go ahead and just read how the month went, I can do that. And then we get into the daily, because it has here the hours, military time, or the notes section because you can use it as notes. So this layout is divided into, here you have the hour, and if you can see, it's very faint, but it has two boxes here divided by a thicker line, and then it divides the page in half. So you can divide it in fours, or you can divide it in half, or you can just ignore all this. I've used it all the ways possible. I've used it as note pages, I've used it as hourlies. Here, let me show you. I've used it as hourly, which I do not like the way that this looks. It looks too empty for me, but I have used it for daily planning, which I think that that's what I'm going to continue doing for 2022. Again, I think that this section is just great because it gives you the flexibility to use these pages however you need to. But this is an hourly layout for me, and then this is how I've been using it now. So right now, I don't need an hourly page every single day. So I've been just doing little lists. It's usually, you know, housework and just breaking down some tasks a little bit more. So this is how I'm going to continue doing it. And then I've also used them as notes. So just, you know, brain dumps and ideas. And then I've used here some more ideas. I started trying out, maybe I could again venture away from this marker highlighter, but I couldn't. So I am sticking to the N89. And it's nothing, you know, nothing really pretty or, oh my goodness, I even tried, I wanted to use, since I started this planner, I've been really trying to figure out a way to just have everything in one planner. Like I really wanted to streamline my planning that way. And I even tried to do like a homeschool layout or like a weekly layout. So I have my weekly personal, but then I wanted to have like my homeschool planner here. That didn't work out really quickly. I loved the stickers and all, but I'm like, nope, this is not gonna work out. So my homeschool still needs to stay in the A5, but then I did do one line a day. I will show, it's back here, I can't show it because it's personal, but I will show the After the Pen in the form of a photo of these. I did do that for 2 months, which worked out great, but I found the one line a day journal. So it's, I'm sorry, the one line a day journal, but the one for the 5 years. So it just has the, you know, year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5. And I like it better like that because I can see what I did the year before. So I'm not going to do the one line a day in here, but I will continue to use it as notes. Here I have a brainstorm of my the final way that I'm going to use this planner. And I think that this is going to stick. So I did a couple of months of one line a day. Then we get here into the daily that I showed you. And oh, look, this is something different here. So the 2021 version has the line here, but then the other one has it here, which I love because you don't even see it, because I don't usually put the date here. So I love that. That is awesome. So, you know, another little change that they made. And then I do have some collections back here. So social media, so just some ideas for YouTube channel. I wanted to write down my Etsy releases, which I just need to go back to my Etsy page and just my store and just see what I've released, the names that I've given it, because I try and be a little bit creative with the names, but I sometimes have a hard time. So I just want to make sure that I don't repeat the same name. So I just made this. I just used some Paper Minty Studio stickers and washi and just did a little collection. Here I want to write down homeschool inspiration. These are, I wanted to do it for social media accounts. I started doing these also for planning and journaling inspiration. I save them all on my phone, but I like to have some of my favorites just right here in my planner so I can just go back if I need some inspiration and check those pages out. And then that's it. So I have just some other random messy notes, and then I have the back, just some sticky notes and just some pen tests and marker tests. So that is it. That is how I use my Wonderland, every single section. And this is the brand new 2022 planner. I want to say it's the same number of pages. So yeah, it's 288. If you do need a, you need a daily page for every single day, that's when this little notebook comes into play, because you can just add it once you run out of this. And that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna start off the year not using both notebooks. I'm gonna start off using just this one and use these pages here in the back as I need to. I might do a video just talking a little bit more about this section, because I do have a couple of ideas, but I don't know, they're not set yet, so things may change. But then when I'm done with that, I will just pop in this little notebook and keep using it like that. So at the end of 2022, this will be my entire planner, which, look at that. This is another reason why I love this, because it is super slim. So I can just pop them into my bookshelf and I have everything in here. And then this is the back pocket. So just more stickers and then nothing here. And that is, that is how I'm using this planner. That is, this is the new notebook and planner combo. And I have to say, you guys, I really, really have fallen in love with Bookbound. I have, I've tried discs, I've tried rings, and I think that, dare I say that I have found planner peace with the Wonderland 222 planner system, their layout, everything that they offer in this planner. I really think that you can definitely put a lot of your life into these notebooks, and just go from there. So if you are interested in this planning system, I will link their shop below. If you have any questions, you can always follow them on Instagram, and they are really great with customer service, so they will answer your DMs there. And if you want to ask me any questions, I will do my best to answer. But this is it, you guys. This is the new Wonderland 222, and this is how I am using it. So thank you so much, guys, for being here, for hanging out with me, and for sticking around till the end. And I will be back with more videos for you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye, guys.